Eclectic was the third one.
Oh.
And the first one, the name that I kept getting in some variation or another was Adaptation Analysis. Sometimes it was Adaptation Analysis Lab, or Adaptation Analysis Lens, or something like that.
Wow.
So, you know,
Those
peak
are
names.
Holy
really
AI.
complicated names.
Sounds pretty good. We don't have a name for the show yet. Hello, I am Phoenix McGhee. I am your host for this week's adaptation podcast that will have a name.
Name and
maybe
coming soon.
Yeah, and this week we are talking about Angry Birds, because that is probably the last thing you would expect. I would like to introduce my guests, my speakers today. Go ahead.
Hey guys, I'm Kia. I took care of playing some games for the adaptation, and if I could get into my phone, I can remember which games I played. Though I do remember it off the top of my head. I played the Angry Birds Evolution RPG, Angry Birds 2, because the first one was taken off the App Store for a while, Angry Birds Transformers, and Bad Piggies.
I'll peek.
Okay.
Ray.
Oh, well, I watched the movie at like maybe 9:30 last night.
That's pretty good.
So, that was really great. And then I fell asleep halfway. So I finished it this morning.
Oh.
But yeah, I thought it was great. 10 out of 10 movie.
What time did you wake up this morning to finish?
Maybe 7 o'clock.
Okay, you're strong. The movie that came out in 2016, by the way, with a sequel that came out in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And a threequel coming up.
2027.
I cannot wait.
I'm Elizabeth. I watched the Angry Birds tunes, and I think I got like maybe 30 or 40 episodes in. They're only a couple minutes long each.
Okay.
But yeah.
And I am Phoenix. I was not that dedicated. I read through like 5 comics at best. They were each about 30 minutes or not 30 minutes, 30 pages or so. But like, you know how comics are read, they're quick. Read through one pre Angry Birds movie, one post Angry Birds movie. Almost read through a Christmas special, and then I opened it. It's like, no, thank you. And then a couple of like almost spin-offs. One that was just like one story, because most of them had like 5 stories in them and were like 3 or 4 pages long. So it was a whole shebang. It was interesting. I did not know that there were Angry Birds comics prior to this. So they have a very nice website, that I will say. Yeah, so not bad. Here's a question. Here's a question. Anyone that I've told about this podcast, about this adaptations podcast, they thought it was a really fun idea. And then they'd ask like, oh, what's the topic you're going in with first? And I was expecting it to be like a movie musical adaptation. No. We're starting with Angry Birds, which I don't think a whole lot of people would expect. Now, what did you guys expect going into this? What do you know about Angry Birds? What is the recurring storyline, if you will?
Well, for me, I had the DVD for the first movie as a kid, and I also I played the games. I played Angry Birds RPG, which from the look on Kia's face, he doesn't really like, or she, my bad, but it's literally peak gameplay.
RPG?
Yeah, Angry Birds RPG.
What do you mean by that?
There's an RPG.
Are you role playing as the triangle?
RPG. There's a turn-based RPG.
Okay. Did you guys grow up with Angry Birds? Did you interact with it?
Yes.
Were you there for the premiere of
Kinda.
the 2016 movie?
I can't say I was there for the premiere.
Yeah.
I probably
but-
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
yeah.
I think I watched it in 2020.
Yeah. I was more introduced to it through the games, and I used to play them on like a little iPad.
Yeah.
And yeah, I used to actually create like little, like the little paper frogs.
Yeah.
I accidentally made those by making upside down Angry Birds, and because I thought it looked like Angry Birds, and then I didn't realize that those were actually could be frogs.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was introduced to it in my childhood playing specifically the Star Wars one, which also is delisted from everything.
See you. Really?
They've delisted many of their Angry Birds games. The first one no longer exists unless you pay 99 cents for it.
That's crazy.
Or have Apple Arcade, and
Arcade.
it's the one with the first 4.
Right. That's
yeah.
a lot.
And I watched the movie in 2020.
Mm-hmm. I see you. You said that you grew up with Angry Birds.
Yeah, I definitely was addicted to all the games like Angry Birds Transformers. I love that one. It's just I had so much fun playing them when I was little.
I'm exploding Ray, by the way.
On my mom's little iPad, and it was just peak.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I sucked at like the actual Angry Birds format. You can never see me winning any of those. But Angry Birds Transformers and Angry Birds RPG.
See, the era of my life that I associate Angry Birds with is the same era that I grew up with the mobile game World of Goo. Do any of you? Does that ring a bell?
World of Goo?
What's a goo?
You understand me. It's thinking about it, and I've downloaded it like as of the last couple of years. You can only play like a demo of it, unless you pay for it, of course. But it was like my dad installed a lot of games on my little Samsung tablet when I was younger. Since I'm a real one, I didn't grow up with an iPad. And
I had
I'd
a
like to
Kindle.
say I actually had a Kindle.
Same.
Me too.
I just forgot what it was called for a minute.
Kindle Fire.
oh my god,
Yes.
you're real.
Did anyone else have a Leapfrog?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Jacob and
unique.
Neverland Pirates, the video game.
That's fun.
I was personally Disney Fairies all the way.
Disney fairies.
I see you. We're twisted. No, but I grew up with World of Goo, which is kind of like almost a stand-in mobile game for young children, but almost pollution, if you will, where it's like there's a factory that's producing goo, and then you're trying to build up to like a certain point in it, and it is God, you have these little like goo balls with ice on them, and then you're like, okay, so I'm gonna put you here, and if I drag you, then it'll connect the line, and then I can build triangles, and it's kind of like kid physics. And you're playing with I guess vats of oil because
Wait,
that's
so are you making the
favorite
goo?
no, I don't think so. I think you like. I mean, you
It's
played.
Yeah, it's just like it's just there, kind of like I guess Angry Birds.
It's like
just-
you start off the level and there's just like a pile of goo balls with eyes on them.
Goobles?
Goobles.
I forget what they were
Trademarked.
called. Yeah.
TM.
Something like that, and they all made little noises if they fell down because like
Oh.
you'd be
like
building
that.
this bridge, and it's like kind of like a cell phone tower style. Whenever you're like, okay, so I have these two, and then I'll go make a triangle on the top, and then I'm gonna do that over here, and then I'll build a bridge, and then because I have this format, this like structure, then I can start building over this way because I need to get over in the top right, and it's just it's a blast.
Wow.
It's great. Point is that is the same era that I associate with Angry Birds, and also Simpsons Tapped Out. Did anyone play that?
I never played
think that's what it
Simpsons
was called.
Tapped Out.
The only
Yes.
tapping
But-
out I know is Magic the Gathering.
I loved the My Little Pony version.
Oh,
That was peak.
I
Like,
didn't play that one.
It's really fun. I don't know who it was made by, but I loved collecting all the ponies, and Equestria Girls is in that, which
You
peak.
don't say.
It's so, I know off topic, but love My Little Pony. So yeah.
That's fantastic. No, I get you. Simpsons Tapped Out is kind of like a lot. It almost feels like a ripoff of those mobile games like Townsville or something like that.
Oh,
Whenever you're just building buildings and you're putting your citizens in there. But these guys, you're interacting with the actual Simpsons cast, and you're like, okay, so Homer is gonna go to the donut shop that I built after I'm at like level 50 because the nice looking buildings aren't for a while, and I don't know. Point of that is one that I probably shouldn't have had Simpsons Tapped Out at age of 5, and 2 is that I was playing Angry Birds in the same mobile games era for Phoenix. It was a blast. Not that I remember almost any of it, but it was, I don't know, I had a good time with Angry Birds, and you all seem to say the same ish.
Oh, I loved Angry Birds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Peak.
my
Out of
my
the,
entire family would play Angry Birds.
Well,
know?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's I see you. I also I played a lot of games like the food merging games. Those were silly. All of this to say that you played Angry
did.
Birds games yesterday. How did that go?
So my power was out yesterday, meaning I also
Oh.
didn't have internet. So I got
Peak
home
time.
to the darkness of my house and using my 2 bars of data installed 4 Angry Birds games.
I mean, other than that, those mobile games don't really need internet, so it was like
No.
So what I'm hearing is that this was
So-
great timing to hop
No,
on the Angry
so
Birds grind.
about that.
Oh,
So the RPG and Angry Birds 2 needed internet.
the RPG, you say.
Okay, yeah, we'll start with the RPG, I guess.
Start with the simplest game. Like give
Okay.
our listeners what is Angry Birds like if they don't know.
So Angry Birds, it's this is true for all mediums. It basically starts with the pigs stealing the birds' eggs. Where the eggs come from, no one ever knows. Because
They're birds. I hope that they're laying them.
Yeah, well, there's only one female really ever shown in the game,
Right.
and she's a playable character who drops exploding eggs, so
Right.
it can't be hers.
I love Matilda.
Yeah. Or no, there is another one, but I don't think she ever has anything to do with eggs. But the eggs just they get stolen, and then the pigs steal the eggs, and then the birds end up throwing themselves via whatever means necessary, quite literally at the birds to get their eggs back. And that is basically Angry Birds. A little fun fact about the pigs, they're stupid. So whoever's wearing, so if it doesn't even matter if they're a pig, whoever is wearing the crown they see as their king, because the pigs have a king, right? So if the, crown were to fall off a pig, that guy's no longer the king. If some random bird were to put it on, like happens a few times, that bird is now the king. It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
They're just the king now.
I got a cast list at the start of one of my comics that I was reading last night, and it tells you, like, oh, Red's the angry one, and
Yep.
and King Pig doesn't actually own any eggs, and it's like, I guess the King Pig rotated, and so I don't know if they ever owned anything.
I'm so excited to get to the comics, because I found one on my research of just, like, video essays that I accidentally delved into a little bit of areas I wasn't supposed to.
No, you're good. You can keep going on the games.
Yeah, okay, games. Anyways, so I guess we'll start with AB Evolution, because it's horrible. Don't listen to Ray.
No, okay, so can I apologize? Because I thought you were talking about the actual Angry Birds RPG and not whatever Angry Birds Evolution is.
Yeah, well, that's just the one that was on the App Store.
Yeah, I should have realized that because the RPG did get taken down. So I'm
Okay.
sorry. Evolutions sucks.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, wait, what's
agree.
the actual RPG? I want to hear that.
Angry Birds RPG peak, by the way. Let me pull it up on my phone. So the Angry Birds RPG, it's called Angry Birds Epic.
Oh, yeah, actually, I heard about that one.
so
That one was supposed to be good.
It's very pay to win, of course,
Makes
but
sense.
like, it got shut down a few years ago. But the outfits for everything, it's like a story mode.
Yeah.
Angry Birds, and I just had so much fun because of all the costumes you could give them, and that's really like my favorite Angry Birds game. So I'm sorry, I do not like Evolutions.
Yeah, no.
That sucks.
So Evolutions is it's an actual RPG. It's like your Cookie Run Kingdom,
Cookie Run Kingdom.
except bad. Because the combat consists of you. So you know how in the normal Angry Birds you'll like drag the birds back to like slingshot them at the pigs towers.
Yeah.
It's 3D, and the pigs take turns, or the birds take turns having you drag them back and then bounce around a little small square arena, hitting all the pigs multiple times, and like after a certain amount of turns they get like a powered up slingshot. And then also the pigs have counters over them, which is how many turns that you can take before they attack you, and it's really, and it could be fun, but it's actually just bad. Pay to win, ads every second. The music barely works. It's very glitchy. It's not a good time.
Right.
And now I'm actually gonna diss on Ray. Angry Birds Transformers is a horrible run and gun that never should have existed.
Well, okay.
It should have been like the Star Wars one, where it was just a reskin of Angry Birds.
I'm sorry, I was 2 years old and I liked it.
Okay, well, I guess that's an excuse. But Angry Birds Transformers is a run and gun Angry Birds game that barely is Angry Birds. It just has the birds as Transformers and just the pigs in like cyberware.
Sorry, are they like the Transformers characters, or are they
Yeah.
transforming?
No, they're the Transformers characters. You can turn into a car to avoid falling obstacles. It's really bad.
Oh boy.
Would you say it makes you angry?
Yes, I would say it makes me angry. Ray's
who's
like
the angry
crying
bird
Like the
now?
into the
birds.
slander.
Tears all down my cheeks, guys.
It's kind of atrocious. Also, a fun fan theory I found while researching some of the games was all of like the Star Wars games, the Transformers games. It's all in universe. The birds making that media in their own universe. Because I also came across the fact that due to a tweet from like 2019 from the people who make it. Angry Birds might have a multiverse. This isn't a joke.
Hello?
The
The multiverse?
multiverse.
The Angry Bird multiverse.
The Angry Bird multiverse.
Is there an Iron Man in it?
So there is a superhero one, which you should know about because I'm pretty sure it was the comics, unless
no.
you didn't find that
I
one.
probably didn't.
Okay, I'll come back to it later then during the comic section
you're
if you
good.
want me to.
Thank you. So what
Yeah.
are the games? Like, list them off.
And then, so the other one I played was Angry Birds 2, which is an actually good game. It's
Okay.
Because I couldn't play Angry Birds 1 because they delisted it, and I wasn't paying 99 cents or getting Apple Arcade.
Fair.
So I played Angry Birds 2. It's actually pretty fun. I did enjoy. Terry, the big red one, is really overpowered because like you just go my big red bird, and then he slams through everything and just like wins. It's
Oh my
great.
God. Okay.
Yeah, and it's just classic Angry Birds. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
The eggs get stolen as per usual. Nothing too special. You unlock characters as you go.
Not bad.
And then Bad Piggies, my beloved. That was one of the games I forgot to mention from my childhood. I love Bad Piggies.
Bad Piggies is peak.
Bad Piggies
Like,
is peak. That's
just-
where that's where we agree, Ray. Because it's an
Venn
incredible
diagram.
it's an incredible building game. It's an incredible puzzle solving game where you build your own contraptions and put the little pigs in them and then send them down the hill to collect map fragments for the king pig whose map got shredded. And you just like build little carts and then torment them and send them down hills at like Mach 10, and it's amazing.
It's so fun.
It's so
Like,
good.
It's just peak.
Yeah, anyways, that's the games.
Okay. So you played
the 4 of them at least.
Yeah,
that
you
I
played 4 games
There's
yesterday.
so many games.
And so I think we have a feel for like what the Angry Birds storyline is. Now, Ray, how accurate was the movie to that?
Movie, peak. Okay, cast, peak.
Josh Gad.
Like the movie. I'm gonna give a summary. So if you haven't watched it, spoilers. So Red is this really angry guy. You know, he's big old eyebrows, and he has no parents because I guess he's been abandoned or something, and everyone makes fun of him because of his big eyebrows when he's a kid. They call him eyebrows or whatever.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I also did.
like it's so sad. I'm so sad for him. But he acts like an angsty teenager every single time. And when we finally meet Chuck and Bomb, because Red, he crashes into an egg, and so he goes to court, and then he gets sent to anger management. And he meets Chuck and Bomb. Terrence, too, and Matilda might go because Matilda is played by the awesome Maya. I forgot her last name. Maya Rudolph.
Nice.
I love her in everything she's in. Peak. But they take anger management class and they meet Chuck. Red meets Chuck and Bomb, and then when it comes like after, Chuck is like, "Hey, Red, we should hang out," and Red's like, "I have a thing. I can't." So Red just goes all alone or whatever, and then Bomb and Chuck hang out or something, and then Red sees this other group and they're like calling him over, but it's actually this other bird, and he's all depresso or whatever, and it's like you literally just ignored your only 2 friends. It's not it's your fault. And so he goes back to his house on the beach because he lives all the way in the beach because he moved away because society just hates him.
No.
And it's like, and then further along, we meet the pigs. And the pigs, they start off as like really like nice characters, you could say. Like, even though we as the viewers know they're here to steal the eggs, they crash into Red's house. So his house is like half broken on the beach.
Okay.
And the pigs throw this like big party for the birds. And the birds, they're all happy. They never do violence. And basically their god is Mighty Eagle.
Yeah.
They have a little
Mighty
statue
Eagle's
of
a
him.
person.
They read nursery rhymes to the babies. Like, Okay, Mighty Eagle, get it. And so there's this big celebration for all these new species that the birds meet because they thought they were all alone in the world. And so that's kind of like the beginning plot of the movie.
It gives like a backstory to the Angry
Yeah,
Birds. Okay.
which peak movie, by the way, would watch again. And I really like the parts, like the ending. Like I skipped all the way ahead. Sorry, guys.
No, you're
but
good.
the ending, so peak. They use the slingshot. Matilda shoots her eggs. Oh, I love Matilda. Bomb goes bomb. Chuck goes fast. Like it shows. Oh my god! And in the movie, there's like background birds or whatever, but they have the Stella Gang in the movie, which if
What the flip? Cut that out.
Okay. Are we good? Yeah, we're good.
okay, so we're back. So there's these background extras of the Stella Gang, and if you don't know what the Stella Gang is, it's this, like, I don't know if it was comics, a game.
It was a game, I believe.
It was a game?
Yeah.
Well, it's like Stella the pink bird, which is Red's like love interest, I think. I'm not in the movie, but it's like I loved that game so much. Like playing as all those birds. Oh, it just eats up. It eats up. And I thought that was really cute because it was a callback to those characters.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a lot of callbacks to different characters from the games, for sure. Sadly, no Angry Birds Transformers. I know,
Thank
like,
God.
we're missing Peak. But it was so much references, and Mighty Eagle actually turns out to be, like, a bum. He sits in his, like, in the mountain all day. And
He's basically like that one guy from Megamind, right?
exactly,
Yeah.
Yes, that's who you
Yeah.
compare him to. Oh my god.
And
Metro Man.
my one pet peeve is that they have this one scene where Chuck and Bomb swim in the Lake of Wisdom.
Oh, I remember
And if you know the first 3 letters of wisdom, that's Mighty Eagle's whiz.
Oh.
So they swim in that, and that's a really excruciating scene
Forgot about that,
That-
plot point.
I also did.
that did not need to be included. Like, there's no need.
No, thank you.
But they swam in it, they drank it, and it was a good time, guys. It was
Wow.
a good time.
Oh, Ray, can I mention one thing that's consistent between the movie and games that I know? And actually
Yes.
through basically everything.
Yes.
So everyone's favorite, my favorite bird overpowered Terrence. The funny thing is he's a war criminal throughout the, like, almost all continuities.
Yeah.
Like, this is genuinely canon. He has committed atrocities. That's just a funny little thing I wanted to mention.
Oh yeah. Okay.
In the movie,
Wow.
there is a side plot of Matilda and Terrence. Like, Terrence has a thing for Matilda. and
Oh,
it's-
I remember that.
So cute. Because, a guy just wants love.
Oh yeah.
And,
He just wants a way out to to his wife.
and in the end, like, in the ending cutscene, Matilda leans her head against Terrence, and he smiles. It's so cute.
I remember that.
I don't, but that's so cute.
And I'm gonna fast forward all the way to the secret end credit scene because it's my goats. The 3 bluebirds. I don't know their names, but they're
I think they're just called the Blues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Oh, the blues.
They do
yeah.
have separate names. I remember being informed
Really?
about that in the comic. Yeah, not that
Oh.
I have that on me, but keep going.
but that ending was really cute because the way they portrayed, like, little chicks or whatever you call baby birds. They have them, like, run around. It's so adorable, and I just love the blues with my heart. I'm maternal for them, and I want them as my children.
Fair.
But why don't we move to the comics since you said the bluebirds were in that?
I'm having that pulled up, I think. Or do I have them in here? I guess not. Yeah, they do have names. Maybe I'll find that at some point. I want to hear about
You want-
Angry Birds
okay.
tunes.
So the Angry Birds tunes, we have our main cast is Red, of course, the Blues. We have Terrence, Matilda, Bomb, and Chuck. And then there's the King and the chef pig as well is
Jay, Jim,
kind
and
of
Jake.
an important character.
That's fire.
But basically, so they have the eggs. It's not really clear where they're from, but like all the birds would look at them and they imagined like little versions of themselves inside the eggs. So I'm not sure if it's like, I don't know what's going on there, but it's like all of their eggs, I guess. But anyways, the king pig, he's trying to steal the eggs. And so he sends his pigs on like little missions to get them. But like Kia said earlier, they're really stupid. And they never really figure it out. They've tried many methods. They've tried using plungers to get up the side of the cliff to get to the eggs. They've tried disguising themselves as eggs. And after watching these episodes for so long, it kind of just starts to blur together. But yeah, they go on lots of missions, and then there are also episodes where it's like only the birds or it's only the pigs. And the birds will take shifts like watching the eggs throughout the series. And the three blue or the blues, the red one has to like kind of like teach them how to guard the eggs, but they're always doing something mischievous, and they like to beat up the pigs as well. And the king over on like the other side of I don't know if it's like a river or there's something that separates their two little areas.
Yeah.
But the king, he is like kind of running an evil monarchy type of thing. He's treats his people terribly.
Okay.
And that's that, and he's just filled with greed. And yeah, there was one episode actually. It's called "Where's My Crown?" And he lost his crown in the garbage, and all the pigs, they didn't realize it was him, and they threw the garbage over his head, and then that's when the crown went back on his head, and they realized that they just threw garbage on the king's head, and they were shunned. So that's another example on how stupid the pigs were. Yeah,
I think I remember
that's what I have.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I think I remember that like clip of them treating the king like trash.
Yeah.
Because I used to watch Toons a bit as a kid too.
Yes.
Yeah, fun bit about Toons as well, relating to the games. There's a good, like an 80% chance that the Toons are canonically a show in universe. So it's them watching themselves, because this is like appeared in like a few game cutscenes and like advertisements.
By the way, I didn't know this until Elizabeth showed me the show that she had pulled up. It's Toons spelled Toons, like short for cartoons.
Yeah.
Because that's important, I guess. Yeah. I thought I would say that because I didn't realize that now.
That's important.
Now, here is an incredibly important question, because this is something that I learned in my comic book journey yesterday. Now, the games that we grew up playing, the Angry Birds are shaped like circles, or some even triangles.
Oh,
now,
yes.
in the movie, they get wings and they get feet.
Oh,
They
yeah.
cannot fly in the movie though.
They do
That's
not-
like the whole thing.
Yeah, they don't have any arms or legs. Like, they'll carry stuff around, but it'll just be like the air, and it'll pick stuff up. And they don't have any words either. They say things, they like make noises, but whenever it sounds like they're about to say a word, it's never them saying a word.
I think this is the
It's just
better
sound
and
effects.
authentic Angry Birds, personally. Like, do you all have opinions on it? Which one is better?
I like them just holding something out of thin air personally.
Yeah,
too.
I
Yeah.
think just like the little geometrical shapes is really good.
Now, okay, so can I talk about my comic book
Oh,
journey
yes.
last night? Okay,
yes.
so
Comic time.
for one, the website that they have for these little critters is incredible. You search up Angry Birds comics, and they have their own website and everything, and then you're like, what? First you make a license to rent out the comics, meaning download them.
That's fire.
And you get to like randomize your name, and they just give you different like first names of the birds, and then like a ridiculous thing. So I think I end up with Chuck something. So that was cool. And then you click what kinds of comics you're interested in, which I'm not literate in the world of comics apparently. So I clicked most of them except the things that said albums, and because I don't know what albums mean in comics, and I didn't want to read through like an hour worth of one comic, so I didn't click that, and that might have been a mistake looking back. but I downloaded about 5 or 6 and read through them, and it's cute because then you they present you all the comics that fall under the categories that you checked off that you're interested in, and then you get to put them in your book pile, and then you get to slide in you have to drag your ID on the screen under the barcode scanner.
That's really
It is quite cute, I will say. And then I got to download 70.
70?
No,
my
7
God.
at best. A lot of these are double downloads.
Okay.
So the first one that I'm presented with is Angry Birds Operation Omelet. This has it has the Angry Birds world where they give you Red and Chuck and the Blues and Bomb. Yeah, the Blues, Jim, Jake, and Jay, are the youngest of the birds. They like to play pranks and are sometimes a bit irresponsible. Who would have known? And then they give you introductions on the pigs and King Pig Smooth Cheeks.
Yeah, that's I was trying to remember his canon name this whole time. I
King
forgot
Pig
it was
Smooth Cheeks?
his full name is King Pig Smooth
Yep,
Cheeks.
That's it. And Chef Pig, that's very creative. He likes to steal the eggs for himself. Fun fact. No other pig does that, by the way. And they have Foreman Boss Pig, which just has big ginger eyebrows and a mustache.
Oh my
That's
God,
like
I
his
Yeah, he
only
was
remember
really,
him.
personality.
it was a really
yes.
easy boss fight.
And they have Mighty Eagle in here as a retired hero and lives as a hermit away from the flock. He gets grumpy when disturbed. He enjoys eating sardines. And we have Professor Pig, which just has a big bushy white mustache and is the only smart one there, kind of like the scientist trope of no, don't do that. You're gonna explode the world when you do that. But I want more money, and it's pretty much that.
We all
there's-
want more money.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah. And then Corporal Pig, just with the army helmet that is way too big for him, as we all know. And the Chronicler Pig, which I did not remember. He just has one of those giant lengthy white wigs with the rolls in them, and he sets the
I
laws
do
for the
remember
Angry Birds
him,
in Pig's
okay.
world. He occurred once. He was shown once in my comics. So it's kind of silly. They give you these introductions, and mind you, this comic. When did this specific comic come out? I forget. Sometime between 2009 and 2013. The important thing is that it came out before the movie, and so they are shaped properly. And it's also kind of cute because they start off with a trope in their introductions. Do you have a question about?
Oh, I was just saying the tunes started right after that. It's 2013 to 2016.
You don't say, but right before
Yeah.
Doom
The
movie came
Yes,
out.
they're all
Um,
aligned with each other.
Oh, yeah. So it's quite cute, and they give you the little character introductions, Red is the angry bird, the leader and the angriest of all the birds. He protects the eggs at all costs, and the very first story is called Bomb Hiccups, and it's just a story about Bomb getting the hiccups because he drank too much water.
That tracks.
And then Red is, being so supportive the entire time of, it's okay if you hiccup a few times, maybe you don't do it in front of the kids. It's so you don't explode them, because he explodes every time he hiccups.
Oh.
Yep.
And this it's just silly. It's kind of cute because the story resolves as I'm tired. I went to therapy to fix these hiccups and nobody has fixed them for me, so I'm just gonna launch myself at the pigs and maybe I'll explode them instead. And the pigs have been watching this because every comic, every story, they have a scheme. They're okay, this is going on over there, and so we're gonna go over there. And moral of the story is he launches himself at the pigs and he doesn't explode. That actually fixes them, and they're all in a bomb shelter because they saw him exploding. We're
Wow.
that's not good. he might come at us. Everyone go over there.
I feel
and-
bad
and-
for the pigs.
I know.
Because it's
For once.
they're just trying to get some eggs and then they're being dropped, having nukes dropped on them.
To be fair, it is kind of ridiculous, because don't feel bad for the pigs, because the entire time before they actually get launched at, because they're the birds were preparing to attack them anyway, as they're always doing.
Yeah.
And they are making so much fun of Bomb, and it's kind of horrendous. There's this one clip in one of the comics, this one panel, where Bomb is exploding up his friends that he was trying to play pickleball with or something, and the pigs see him explode from behind their little fortress, just see a whoa boom after something happens, and the panel, I kid you not, is just it's them watching over the horizon, and it reads he ha ha ho ha, and they're all laughing. It's that's this is a fine comic, is my point. Post 2016 is when it gets really
okay,
evil.
I'm excited for
because
Pete.
okay, it just, for one, it's the dynamics, the coloring of these comics are cute, and they all have the thick outlines, and it's easy to read. And then the second it gets to 2016, and I don't know if it was a different artist or something, but it suddenly, this comic becomes illegible.
I'm so excited.
Look at how bright that
I'm
is.
scared.
And why does he look like that? And suddenly he goes from like Red's the angry one, but he'll protect the eggs at all costs. Now he's just a bully. Now
He
he's just
is such a
mean.
bully
Wow.
in the
Now,
movie.
I know that
It's
he's
so
Yeah.
my lovable main character. What did they do to him?
Yeah, where's the compassion?
I know.
he doesn't have any.
And this first, like, the very first
lost it
comic
in the
that
war.
came out after the
Did.
movie is called Mail Order Madness. And basically, he sees these kids reading this magazine about how to be a better person. And so naturally, he rips it out of their hands and says, "Smile more. I can do that." And he goes up to people and starts smiling. And then someone else tells him to shake people's hands. And so all that he does is go up to people and say, "Shake my hand." And then he doesn't make any friends, of course.
Oh.
And then he ends. Oh God, how does the comic end? Oh, that's an abrupt ending. He just, I forget what he does, but he wrecks the entire town trying to like not rage anymore because people tell him to not rage, and he's like, "But I want to be myself," and he just ends the day being mean.
Wow.
It goes nowhere.
Society.
Yeah, society, really. And Chuck is silly. In fact, reading this comic over, I realized, like, I remember Chuck's shape. He was, I think, I remembered him being the best character in that movie, and so
Chuck is awesome in the movie.
Chuck is awesome.
He's so good.
What I had to do last night is I had to pause my comic reading to go online and search up Chuck character moments Angry Birds movie. And so I just watched like 6 minutes of Josh Gad, and it is my favorite. I love Chuck. He is so good, and he's like, yeah, he's also kind of a jerk in the comics. And the second story to follow up Mail Order Madness is he's like, okay, he's 30 seconds before he's across town in the movie. Across town is about to start in 30 seconds. He's like, I can make it because he's the fastest bird in town. And while plunging to the movie theater, he like runs over this fortune teller's hut, and she's like, "Curse you, Chuck! I will give you bad luck forever." And she comes and meets him in the movie theater, and he's like, "You can't do that." And then he does in fact have bad luck forever.
Wow.
And I want you to guess how that story ends. What does he do to get rid of his bad luck?
He goes fast.
No,
Dang.
Does he launch himself at the pigs?
he does not.
I was also gonna guess he just runs away from his problems.
He has to pay for 4 separate sessions
Oh.
with the fortune teller. This was all a capitalistic scheme.
Holy capitalism.
Because that's her whole
Wow.
bit. She's just
always
greedy.
wins.
It is so
Just
silly.
like in actual real life Angry Birds,
Oh,
where
okay.
capitalism destroyed the franchise.
Oh boy, I'm so excited. So that's point of that is that with how vibrant the comics after 2016 got, and also how they shaped differently, how they got arms and legs, I am very upset with that. Following that, there are a couple of cute comics that are like 6 pages each. One of them is called Joe's Stage Flight. They're like a black and blue bird. And upon reading the first panel, it's like, Joe loves being around Melody and Silver, but today something's bothering them. You all right, Joe? You're even more quiet than usual. You look so fun when you two dance. I want to shake my own tail feathers, but where do I start? And upon the second page, I realized something. Bottom panel reads, "Dancing among other birds might be just what Joe needs to come out of their shell." And I'm like, they wouldn't use the pronoun they if not on purpose. And fun fact, I was right, because I want you.
What?
This is the last panel on the non-binary bird comics.
That's so
It
fire.
is a bright non-binary flag right behind our main character.
Okay, Pete.
This is the only Miss Rush is cheering in the back. We love you. This is the only occurrence of, I think, LGBTQ plus birds.
100%.
And the whole thing about like the plot of it is like, I want to shake my tail feathers, and so they go to the club naturally, and then they find out, wait, no, the pigs are DJing this club. Oh no, they're gonna have some plots and schemes that'll ruin our dance. And you know what? I want you to guess what Joe does. What does Joe do to fix this?
I saw the panel, so I can't answer.
Yeah, you know. What would Joe do? How would Joe approach this? How would Joe fix this pig situation?
They launch themselves.
No. Dang it. They dance so hard that they hypnotize the pigs.
Yeah, you gotta shake those tail feathers.
And that's when Joe realizes they can make the world a better place one quick step at a time with giant non-binary flag in the back. And it's like, it is such a silly and simple plot that the only message I can pull from this is that, like, birds can be non-binary too.
And dance.
And they can dance. But I feel like we already knew that from the other
Yeah.
three
Oh, yeah.
franchises,
Yeah.
maybe, just maybe. It is so yeah. Let's go to Paradise. It's only the best club in town, so they go to a club. Melody and Silver and our favorite non-binary bird Joe, and of course we wouldn't know that on our own at all unless they put the bright yellow and purple and. Where am I?
It's so good.
It's kind of silly. I kind of enjoyed it. I don't think there are any other remarkable. Oh, no. There's one more remarkable comic after this, and it is a two-parter called The Two Worlds Collide. Now, I want you to guess what franchise they combine these Angry Birds.
Transformers?
No.
It's no, because the Transformer one is just called Transformers. I saw this. After this one, I want you to look up something else.
Okay.
Probably comics.
Okay.
Star Wars?
It is not Star Wars. Give me a third guess.
What was the first thing that
Worlds
you said?
collide.
Transformers and Star Wars.
It's
No,
not either one of those two.
no, wait. Like, what are the things?
It is Chuck and Red and Bomb going into a portal, and they see like a
Oh.
little blocky world outside the portal. Now what
Okay.
is this?
I know what it
Is it Minecraft?
It's Sonic.
It's Sonic.
Sonic! It's Sonic.
It's Sonic.
That's
now,
right. Sonic's canon. I
Now,
forgot.
what is the fastest bird among these three?
Chuck.
Chuck.
So which one should be Sonic?
Chuck.
Now, what color is red?
Red.
We have in our cast list, we have Red playing Sonic the Hedgehog. We have Chuck as Tails, although mostly yellow, and we have, of course, Bomb as Shadow. It is.
That's so
Oh my god!
Oh.
It's kind of
He's
cute.
got a Chaos Emerald.
And the pigs actually were the first ones to open the portal. We don't get any content of them as that, but like one of them has a dream of them as little baby birds in the Sonic realm, and it's kind of cute. It's kind of goofy.
Please tell me Bomb can use Chaos Control.
This is the only bit that we get in this comic. It's a two-parter, and they're each like 3 pages, and it's just them dressed up as the characters, or as the characters, I guess. Very little content with it, but it was I'll take what I can get. I mean, we have Sonic and Tails and our non-binary bird who's like 5, and that's all you really need out of the comics. There was also a Christmas special that I did not read.
Can I can I just say something? So it's not just Joe as the only like LGBTQ, also Stella and Gale. They're in a relationship.
Are they canon?
They're canon in one of the Angry Birds games that was gonna be a visual novel. Like it was gonna be like some type of visual novel thing, but it got canceled because Angry Birds posted it on April Fool's Day, like the trailer. Like why would they do that? And I guess it was the lead up, or like the designs got like more involved into Angry Birds evolution, but Gail and Stella apparently had a relationship.
What?
Which would have been really cute. Like, that's adorable.
Lord
That
forbid we
would've
have
been.
lesbians in our Angry Birds.
Exactly.
God forbid my birds
They wouldn't be
gay.
angry anymore.
Exactly.
God forbid a woman have a hobby. Thank
God
you, Miss
forbid
Resh.
women have
Miss
hobbies.
Resh, just awesome quotes.
Have a hobby besides exploding pigs, apparently. So,
All right. Phoenix,
Anyway.
could you look up Super Angry Birds for me?
Super Angry Birds.
I believe that's what it's called.
Super Angry Birds.
Possibly comics. No, that's it. Yeah.
I'm scared.
So I want you all to see the muscles.
Exciting first issue.
Okay, wait.
Wait,
Oh my
zoom
God.
in.
So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's comics, and I found this in one of the video essays I watched. Right?
I can't imagine those birds being muscular.
They're superheroes,
Oh.
and they
They
have
did
big
Duolingo.
muscles. And
This
so
is really
this I watched a video essay on this, so any of this is wrong because it was very abbreviated. Let me know. But so basically, what this is, it's the birds as superheroes, in like by the time of the Great Depression, because the Great Depression is part of this story. the king pig becomes the president of the United States, I believe. And so they're planning to steal the eggs from the superhero birds.
New York City.
Yeah, in New York City, which is a reference to Sonic Prime.
That's crazy.
Which came out after this, but who cares? It's a reference to Sonic Prime.
I thought it was a reference to the Roblox 2018 egg hunt.
Oh.
My bad.
Yeah, there's humans in this world as well. Angry Birds is wildly inconsistent on whether or not humans are canon or not. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't.
Oh boy.
I'm scrolling.
But basically what this is, it's superhero Angry Birds. The Great Depression happens. The king pig becomes the president of the United States. And in order to steal the eggs, he changes the currency from US dollars to eggs so that he can collect eggs by making the birds have to buy like groceries, like literally changing the currency of this United States of America into bird eggs.
Holy
But,
capitalism.
Doesn't he want to eat the eggs? Why is he?
Listen, he's still not that smart. He just wants the eggs,
He just
and he's
wants to
using
have
capitalism to get them.
So
He just wants them in his ownership. That's it.
Yeah,
He has no plan for them.
I don't think so. That's all I know about that comic.
Oh, boy.
But
So I'm looking through covers right now of the comics, and there was a Archie collab.
there was
that's-
Archie, really?
Yeah, there. Here, I'll pull it up. But there was an Archie collab.
For those who don't know, the Archie comics is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So here, because I just wanted to see more of the hype, and I don't get the hype.
Holy Archie
Oh
comics.
no, that is actual Archie.
Oh yeah, that is actual Archie.
Oh my
That's not the
God.
Sonic Archies.
Oh my god, that's like
Holy-
like Riverdale.
Why did they make them buff? I don't understand.
Like, it makes no sense. And with super angry birds, out of all things.
Yeah. I just wanted to bring that up because I thought we needed to talk about super angry birds.
Yes, that is a real thing. That's like the worst of both worlds.
Yeah, I thought we needed to talk about that.
They have abs. Why do they look like that?
I
Yeah.
think we need to get one.
I don't think I've ever seen a
Let me
bird
find
with
the
abs
video
before
that
in real life.
showed it because they had
It's
a bunch
only
of really
$10.
good panels.
Only $10.
Miss Resh saw a few of them.
I'm so upset.
Yeah, so we got we got like that.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Wow, I'm speechless
I
I
right
think
now.
it's Jover.
Let's see.
So,
Yeah,
like,
we got like King
Let's-
Pig becoming the president.
okay, peak cinema.
Let me see if I can actually, because he has a suit. There's a panel with him with a suit at one point, I think.
So, while we're like, I guess since we're still on the topic of angry birds,
Yeah.
what is your guys' favorite bird?
Oh,
Hold on,
Chuck,
I found.
100%.
I need the
Chuck?
reactions
Yeah.
to the pig in the suit because I
You know,
found
that
it.
is a really good
Why are they
question.
shaped like that?
I'm gonna have to go with either Chuck or Bomb as my favorite
Good
birds.
answer. Good answer.
What's your favorite bird, Kia?
Favorite bird, Terrence.
Mine would have to be Matilda.
It's
I
fair.
see you.
Yeah, she's my goat.
No one likes red.
No, not when they did that to him.
With
Yeah.
the Angry Birds movie, no. He's such a crybaby.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Thank you.
I love the
Blues.
blues.
The
Miss
Blues.
Rash is awesome,
Okay,
guys.
We're
Sam
getting
and
Miss Resh on here one
Jack.
day.
Yes.
You know, Red is actually a lot more likable in the tunes. Like he
Yes.
really overworks himself.
Oh yeah.
And the three blues are just like messing him up, but they do they do very well yeah, at like protecting against the pigs, I will say.
Rat is fine when he's shaped like a circle. He
Yes,
is fine.
yes.
Just do not give him
Don't
limbs,
give him
and
a
he
body.
cannot like commit crimes.
He's such a mean person. It's like, I get it, you're angry, but not even.
Get over yourself. Like,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
go to anger management therapy, I guess. Or
Go
is
back
that,
to therapy.
is that the plot of the movie?
That is
That is
basically for like the beginning half.
Right.
And then the second half's like, we need to get the eggs back because they stole the eggs and
Yeah.
everything.
Right. Well, that feels like a wrap. We're at almost 50 minutes of talking about Angry Birds.
Holy
Wow.
Angry
By the way.
Birds.
Thank you guys for going home and spending some of your own precious time on this really weird franchise. I'm glad we were able to
yes.
compare these. Do we have a favorite of the adaptations? Cast your vote.
Mine would be the movie just because my girl Maya Rudolph is in it, and I
see
love
you.
her.
I see you.
Specifically the game Bad Piggies. That's the best version of Angry Birds, and it doesn't even have the birds in it.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta say, I just like the original Angry Birds game.
Uh-huh.
It really brings me back to the
Oh,
good
yeah.
old days, you know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Even though they really committed atrocities, I think the movie has my heart. Just because it's silly and it's
So
cute.
That's
goofy,
fair.
and it's
And like
all
everyone
the
but
callbacks.
Red. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the callbacks are great.
like it's just I think it's 10 out of 10.
Uh-huh.
The second movie, we can talk about that another time.
Uh-huh.
But like, it's just the way they handled the characters.
yeah.
I really liked all of it except for Red.
Yeah, the second movie is a great example of the pigs being idiots, with the bird becoming the queen of the pigs by just picking up the crown.
And it's cute. Like even though it is a movie made for kids, I have to say some of Chuck's bits are pretty funny to me. I enjoy them.
He's literally, I can't believe he's not a canon queer character.
I know.
Like,
I know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
He
listen,
has.
Thank you.
no,
Chuck has to be gay.
No, that's
Like-
fair. He's done his time at the clubs. All right.
Like I'm not saying every flamboyant character is
Hypnotizing
gay,
pigs.
but like Chuck, he's pretty gay.
Yes. Thank you. He's played by Josh Gad. I don't care what anyone else has to say. Okay. Now with that, how well would you say that that the Angry Birds, let's say the original game, even though I know that this was kind of your territory, Kia, how well was that adapted into each of our media? Go ahead and give it a rating.
All right. So from what I've heard, movie, I've also seen the movie pretty well. Well, kind of well. It's because the main gameplay is literally just shooting a slingshot towards buildings, which did happen. So I would say 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Tunes, I would say like an 8
100
out of 10. Tunes, I would say like an 8 out of 10. The comics were so wildly all over the place. I'm giving them a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, right.
I would have to give Tunes 100
Uh-huh.
because they're perfect in
That's
every
fair.
single freaking way. I love the Tunes, and then games. Some of them are hit and miss, so I'll give them a solid like 6 out of 10. And then movie, I think like like everything they built up from like every single game and comics, and I just think that it did really well in like a child's movie when it didn't really have to hit like that. So I'm gonna give that a 9 out of 10 because that scene ruined a lot.
Yeah.
But and then comics, I have to agree with Kia. I didn't know a lot was like. Why do we need super Angry Birds at all?
Listen, they're jacked.
Where did Archie come from?
Like they're not even hot Angry Birds. They're just birds. Like don't cancel me, guys. So I'm gonna have to give that like a 4 out of 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so the comics I feel are a pretty accurate representation of who the Angry Birds are as a whole. So I'm gonna have to go with like a 9 out of 10. The games, well, some of them are a little different, I might say.
Angry Birds Evolution,
I mean,
Transformers.
like the earlier ones, I mean, that's just Angry Birds, and you can't really. That's just it itself. So 10
yeah.
out of 10.
Okay.
But like some of the newer ones, maybe like a 6 or 7 out of 10.
Okay.
The movie, I think it is also a pretty good representation of the Angry Birds, but they do make some of the characters a little bit like insufferable, I might say. Ooh. But so I'll give that like a 8 out of 10.
Okay.
And then the comics, there's a lot going on in the comics. I'm not completely sure like how to take that all in, but I'd say maybe like an 8 or 7 out of 10.
I see you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
As for me, I'm a simple man. This is a simple franchise. As long as my birds are shaped in circles and triangles, I am happy. Any adaptation that keeps them in that shape, 10 out of 10. Movie, it's funny.
That's
I don't have much more to say. All right. Well, thank you for listening to us talk about Angry Birds for almost an hour. I hope you all
Yay.
enjoyed your research. And
did.
I'm glad. I'm
Who
very
needs
glad.
AP notes anyways?
I'm sure we will all be looking forward to watching more Angry Birds in our spare time because obviously that's what we're all into now.
We'll
Yeah.
all be going
And-
to theaters for Angry Birds 3.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I think that's a really good idea.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, we will all be pulling up in 2027. And I wish I could say what to expect out of the next episode. We don't even have a name for the show yet, so expect that
Sonic the
next
Hedgehog.
time. Sonic the Hedgehog, sure.
No.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Bye.
Bye.